Hey everybody, it's your boy TML Domain, also known as Persian Poppy on Twitter and YouTube. I've been getting a lot of messages online on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just because I posted a custom Toronto Maple Leafs belt that I made a while back, September, and I've posted it online. It's one of those things that I'm very proud about. And recently Edge made this video on Twitter, and it's in response to Steve Dangle, and they go back and forth about being Toronto Maple Leaf fans and having you know memorabilia, just being a huge Leaf fan and what that Leaf fandom means. I think it's really great. I love Edge personally, just because, as you can tell behind me, I'm a huge wrestling fan. It's one of the things that is part of my sports collection when I collect things, in terms of hockey, baseball, basketball, and wrestling. So, I grew up watching Edge. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. I love that he represents Toronto so well, and I love how he represents his Toronto Maple Leaf fandom. So it's super cool that he has his hands on this belt. And just for everybody out there, I want to just go through a timeline of how this belt came to be, and I would love for Edge to give me a shout out, just because that belt on his shoulder wouldn't exist without me, and I'll tell you exactly how that came about. So I I've been wanting to combine my Maple Leaf fandom and my wrestling fandom into one project, and I eventually did that with this belt, made by Undisputed Belts. You can see the stamp on the back here, Undisputed Belts. And when I originally designed this belt, you can see it's not very thick. It's not very true to being an actual Toronto Maple Leaf belt. But I kind of wanted to just see what it would be like if I, went through and actually designed this. So I have all the PDF mock-ups of this belt, and as you can see, I wanted to get as many Toronto Maple Leaf logos, just to pay tribute to the history of this team, the fact that it's been around for more than 100 years. And I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got lots of different Toronto Maple Leaf logos on there, whether it's St. Pat's, older ones. So what I did was, when I originally designed this belt, I took the arenas, St. Pat's, and these two logos, and I put them on the side plates because those are my four favorite Toronto Maple Leaf logos. And then the newest Toronto Maple Leaf logo I put at the center of this. So this was my first iteration of designing a belt, and Undisputed Belts was very good. They were easy to work with, and I kept bombarding them with ideas and different designs, and they kept sending me PDF mock-ups, and I added a little jersey print, like a hockey jersey print behind these logos. So this version of the belt actually has the years in which the logos were actually used. And so this was my first iteration of kind of creating a Toronto Maple Leaf championship belt, and I was very happy with it for a very, very long time. I think after a year I made this belt, I really felt like I needed to create something that was um, more true to the belts that I collect. So, 10 plus pounds, around 12 pounds, whether it's dual plated gold, um, whether it's just silver, gold, or dual plated. I wanted the logo to be painted and everything like that. So when I came up with this belt, or when I helped design this belt, um, the toy company that Edge refers to is the same one that made this, and they made this for me first in September. And I told them that the side plates, these are the logos that I like. They're from the original belt, so St. Pat's, Toronto Arenas, and the other two logos that I like. So I kept those on the side plates. They came up with the general design of what you see in terms of what's around the main plate. So I mentioned to them that I wanted this to be dual plated. I think it looks best dual plated, and I want this logo in the middle, just like the original belt. But originally they had made this very small in the middle, so I had to keep telling them to make it bigger and bigger and bigger until it was the perfect size. And to put Toronto Maple Leafs up here and to change the color in the back. And even though they spelled honor wrong, because the belt maker is not American, he's actually from outside America. So he did the American spelling instead of the Canadian spelling. So honor, pride, and courage. And I wanted that contrast. I wanted that black and gold with the silver, and I thought the silver with the blue logo with the gold letters. I thought this would look really nice. So this is how this came around. Now this has a white leather backing as well, so it's blue and white. So that's just a little timeline of how this belt came out to be. Now, since I posted this belt online, a million people have sent me messages. Where can I get one? How can I get one made? Is this for sale? Do you have any more? And obviously, I don't have, this was one of a kind for a couple of months until the demand became so great. I think the belt maker now is making more, these belts for a lot of different people. So this belt would not exist without me. This design would not exist without me. This was the original. This is the final copy. Now this is something I like a lot better just because it's very heavy. It's made with very thick plates, and it's very, very authentic in terms of the size, the weight, how it looks. I like it a lot, but it's something that I've been wanting to do for years. I messaged a lot of belt makers online, and unfortunately, I never really got a price that I liked, or they just something seemed fishy, or something seemed a little off about the person that I was talking to. And eventually, I found this toy maker, not this toy maker, but this toy guy online, and he said that he made custom belts. And eventually, the conversation I had with him was so good. He was very accommodating in terms of the original design he gave to me was a diamond. There was a diamond. It looked like a baseball diamond. I didn't like it at all. I had to get it changed, but he worked with me and he was very accommodating to come up with this final design. I love it more than anything. It's probably my most favorite belt of all the belts I have, and I have the old school tag team belts. I have, you know, the Randy Savage Intercontinental, and I have the Hulk Hogan, the Winged Eagle, and I have the Rock Attitude Era Winged Eagle. So it's definitely something I love to collect, and I still watch wrestling today, but this is my pride and joy, and I'm glad that it's getting a lot of love out there. I love that guys like Edge love it enough to have one made for him. It we have more than just this in common. You know, he's the rated R superstar, and I'm the rated R Persian star. So I'm glad. I'm glad that this is getting a lot of love online. Um, People show their fandom in different ways, and this is just one way that's unique for me because I took something that's very popular in terms of, you know, every year when somebody wins a Stanley Cup or somebody wins an NBA championship, NFL championship, you always see wrestling tweet out, you know, we're sending you a championship belt with your logo on the side plates. And I thought, why just have a Toronto Maple Leaf logo on the side plate? Why not make a custom one? So um, you guys saw iteration one. This is the final one. I'm probably going to make more in terms of a different design and a different belt in the future, but I'm glad that this one is getting a lot of love, and I'm glad that the belt maker is getting many orders on this. It just shows how much Leaf fans love their team, and they do a good job. This is something that's it's very well made. I like, you know, the American leather is very good, and the plates are good quality, and it's very true to like a real WWF championship in terms of size and weight and everything like that. So I'm very happy with it, and I'm glad that this is getting a lot of love online. So Edge, now you know how this belt came to be, and I'm glad that you love it just as much as I love it. And I would love a shout out. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Habs, Leafs, hockey night in Canada. It doesn't get any better than that. See you guys later. Stay safe.